Hey guys, what is up? It is I, James Penrose here, and welcome to my next video on my channel. And once again, as you can tell from the title down below, this is going to be my thoughts on another one of the matches that's going to be happening for Fastlane 2015. I already talked about the confrontation between Sting and Triple H. Now we're going to go on to the actual matches, and the first one of which is going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the main event. It's going to be Daniel Bryan taking on Roman Reigns one-on-one, but with the added stipulation, and this was Triple H's major announcement on Monday Night Raw, saying that the winner of this match would go on to face Brock Lesnar at Wrestlemania 31 for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And how this match really set up was on Monday Night Raw. The Authority's announcement was pretty much that on Raw, Daniel Bryan was going to have a match with Seth Rollins, and the winner of that match would go on to Fastlane to face Roman Reigns, and the winner of that match would face Brock Lesnar at Wrestlemania 31. And they had a great match on Raw. Daniel Bryan ended up beating Seth Rollins. It was a good match from what I heard and for what I saw, and yeah, pretty much Daniel Bryan is going to go with Fastlane to face Roman Reigns, which is good because it keeps the fans' hopes alive that Daniel Bryan could once again be added into the main event of WrestleMania like he did last year. And WWE, I didn't like how they talked about the controversy, because they didn't really talk about it from a fan's point of view. They looked at it just from their point of view, saying that, oh, well, it was controversial because Kane and the Big Show came in the ring after the elimination. It wasn't anything to do. You think that's why the fans were booing? Then no, WWE, you're wrong. And it had nothing to do with the Raw. I mean, you tried too hard to get Roman Reigns cheered at that pay-per-view and it didn't work. Why we booed is because you had Daniel Bryan eliminated so early in the match. He was entry number 10, and like I said, he didn't even get past the 16th entry. Like, he only was in the ring 5 to 10 minutes. It's stupid. That's why we booed. And you had so many other good participants that could have won, like Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Bad News Barrett, Rusev, and you had to make it predictable and give it to Roman Reigns. Like, I don't have a problem. I'll say it again. I don't have a problem with Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble match. But the problem is how they booked it. I didn't like how Roman Reigns won. I mean, I don't have a problem with him winning, but they booked it to shit. And that's why we booed, not because anything to do with Kane and the Big Show being the last two. Well, again, it kind of, because it made it even more predictable that Roman Reigns was going to win. But in all honesty, guys, it really has dawned on me now that WWE, especially around WrestleMania season, they're good at playing with the fans' minds, whether it's with positives or it's with negatives. WrestleMania season is that time where WWE really likes to screw with the fans' minds and have us thinking as to what matches could happen at Fastlane, or what the outcomes could be at Fastlane, and what could lead up for build-up for WrestleMania 31 in terms of matches, and pretty much all of that combined. And that's what I love about the road to WrestleMania, it's that we never know what's going to happen. But when it all comes down to this match at Fastlane, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be match of the night next to John Cena Rusev. I'm sure that will be a good match as well, as long as Cena doesn't bury Rusev. But when you get down to the fact of this main event match, it's just one of those matches where I don't know who I want to win. I have a feeling I know who's going to win, but I don't know who I want to win. If Daniel Bryan wins, it's good. If Roman Reigns wins, it's good. But before I get into my predictions for this match, I want to say, for all the Roman Reigns haters, really, you guys are hypocrites, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we all loved him last year in the Royal Rumble match, when Batista was in the Royal Rumble, and it was so predictable that Batista was going to win. We all cheered for Roman Reigns after he set the record for 12 eliminations, and we all thought, hey, Roman Reigns winning, it's new, it's fresh. And we've got that this year, but yet the fans are all of a sudden bitchy and moany because, oh, it's predictable, it's all bullshit. Well, you need to look at it like this. Don't just hate Roman Reigns just because his mic skills are not the greatest, which I will say that right now, they are not the greatest. The promo he cut with Brock Lesnar in that interview, that was good, I will give him that. But other than that, his mic skills, it's not his fault. It's WWE's scripting writer's fault, pretty much. But his wrestling is good. He has a wide range of moves he can use. The diving drop kick from the apron, the spear, the Superman punch. His spear is one of the best I've seen next to Goldberg's, and everyone else sells it like a champ, makes it look brilliant. And yeah, he has loads of moves to use, so don't just judge Roman Reigns based on a few shitty promos, because you need to look at his overall ability, and his overall ability is pretty damn good. So that's my quick rant on the Roman Reigns haters. Don't hate him just because he has a few shitty mic skills there and there, but again, it's not his fault, it's WWE's fault. But when it gets down to this match, I truly believe that this match will be the match of the night, but I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but it's once again, in my mind, predictable that Roman Reigns is going to win this match. He's going to beat Daniel Bryan. He's going to go on to the main event of WrestleMania 31 to face Brock Lesnar. And I'm sure that's what they intended to do from the start. But there's other possibilities they could do with this, like I said at the start of the video. Because if you guys didn't know, on Twitter, Dolph Ziggler posted a WrestleMania challenge to Daniel Bryan, pretty much stating that, you know what, it's tough luck that you didn't win the Royal Rumble, but hey, how do you feel about stealing the show with me at WrestleMania 31? So what they could do is have Roman Reigns beat Daniel Bryan because of Dolph Ziggler interrupting and costing Daniel Bryan the match, setting up Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan, which I'm going to say right now, if you were to build it up from there, have Dolph Ziggler cut promos afterwards saying, you know what, this is the reason I cost you the match, Daniel Bryan, it's because if I can't get a shot when I've been busting my ass in this business for so long, and if I can't get a shot, why the hell can you? And you build it up from there. If you were to do that, that would be fantastic, and I wouldn't complain one bit. And if that match were to go ahead at WrestleMania, they would steal the show big time, because they would have a massive point to prove, for one, that, you know, pretty much they've been underutilized. Well, Dolph Ziggler's one of the most underutilized guys ever. I mean, he's never had a fair, legitimate WWE title reign, just because he's injury prone, according to WWE, which is bullshit. And they don't really like Daniel Bryan, again, just because of his looks and the fact that he's a small dude. So if you were to pair these two up at WrestleMania, it would make all the sense in the world. Or you could also have Daniel Bryan beat Roman Reigns because of Seth Rollins interfering and costing Roman Reigns the match, setting up for Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Because quite honestly, Seth Rollins, in my mind, is going to cash in at WrestleMania 31. He will cash in and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, regardless of what the outcome of the match is going to be. If it were to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, would Seth Rollins even have a match at WrestleMania? Because that's what I'm really starting to question. If Roman Reigns is going to face Lesnar at WrestleMania 31, what the fuck's Seth Rollins going to do? Is he just going to wait till the main event to have his moment to cash in? I think he needs to have a match at WrestleMania. He deserves it. A singles match. I don't know who you're going to pair him up with. I don't know. Dean Ambrose? I don't know. It looks like he's going to be going against Bad News Barrett for the IC title at Fastlane. So I don't know if that's going to go on to WrestleMania. I don't know. But when it really all comes down to it, you could have Seth Rollins cost Roman Reigns the match, have them two face off at WrestleMania, setting up for Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar, which again makes sense because Daniel Bryan in this promo is saying, you know what, when I was injured and I came back, I never got my rematch. I never lost the title to Brock Lesnar. It almost felt like he got it on a silver platter to John Cena, although I will say when John Cena got buried at SummerSlam, it was brilliant. I loved that moment. But yeah, that promo made sense. Daniel Bryan makes sense when he says that, you know, he never got his rematch. He never lost the title fair and square. He lost it because of an injury, a neck injury. So if you were to put him in the main event, that would also make sense. And yeah, there's just so many options they could do with this. And I can understand why it's tough for WWE, because when you've got so many options with so many different superstars, you kind of get in a bit of a dilemma, and you kind of think, well, which match is the one to go with, right? But all WWE really needs to do, and this is the bottom line, all WWE really needs to do is listen to the fans, listen to the videos we make. But WWE considers us internet fans. When we come on YouTube and we shoot about wrestling, we automatically are internet fans. When we're just normal wrestling fans who like to watch WWE, watch its content, what's good, what's bad, that's what we love to do. We don't just come here because we're forced to do it, it's because we love wrestling, it's what we want to do. There's a lot of people on the internet that hate wrestling, say, oh, it's fake bullshit, why do you want... I mean, I've had a couple of comments on my videos actually saying, oh, get a life, James, wrestling's fake, why you make a big deal out of this? You know it's fake, right? Well, to answer your question, yes, I know it's fake. Who doesn't? Because in all honesty, yes, wrestling is fake, but we're not talking about it as if, oh, this is real, this is fake. We're talking about the business aspect of professional wrestling in WWE. We're not talking about, oh, this is real, all the blood they come out, oh, this is real. No, we don't watch it like that anymore. We shouldn't. It takes all the fun out of it. So, yeah, for those haters, just don't like, don't watch. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep repeating it. You don't like, don't watch. Simple as that, you know, it's not hard. So, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment this video, subscribe to my channel. In the links down below, you can subscribe to Alex Wilkerson and Connor Kenway, Cold Dude 90123. Their links will be down in the description, so make sure you guys subscribe to them. They have good content you can go and watch. And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm James Penrose, and yeah, all I can say is, peace out, my brothers.